Hello, Ray Lee was.
Take two.
Hello, Ray Lee with Speedboat Magazine here with another episode of the Boats and Bros podcast. I'm here with my bro, Myrick Coil, and we've had a lot going on last few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the lake race, and then you coming down for the two events, the Cigarette Rendezvous and the, what do they call it?
Powered by Performance Invitational.
Invitational. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to be invited.
Right.
Powered by Performance Invitational, but just come
It's
anyway.
an open invite.
Yeah. Yeah,
as long as I just found it's as long as you own one of the boats that you guys deal, right? MTI, Sensation, and Performance Power Boats.
Yeah,
so it's an open invite to those boats.
That's good. I mean, it felt like an MTI fest is what it felt like. Along with some sensations, I ended up being in an MTI with my friend Jeremy Riggs, but then Chris Helt was there in his skater that he bought from us, and he was just trying to burn as much gas as he could, I think, because I think was out and about all day.
Yeah.
But I went through the pictures that Jeff Halkamp did today, and I was just like, oh my gosh, there's so many killer boats. It was mind blowing.
Yeah, it was wild. And speaking of you running Jeremy Riggs' boat, he's got a beautiful 390 XR, and it's the latest canopied pleasure boat from MTI. And what a machine.
It's unbelievable. I mean, this thing, we had 5 people in it, full of fuel, and the air conditioning blowing on you. And when you're an old fat guy like me, air conditioning blowing on you is pretty damn nice. And this thing is plush on the inside. You might see us like dropping down in it. I got a great story. This is what made me thinking about dropping in it. And I didn't even know this until Jeremy's a pretty funny guy. And then the bottom of his boats, it says, "Suck these nuts" on it. So like on the full tunnel, like, just like literally when it tilts up, you're like, oh my gosh, them are like, I don't know, foot tall by 40 foot long, And so it says it on it in little. I mean, I don't know if you can say that tastefully, but it's like on the bottom of the 2 hatches that you get into, because front seats 2 seats, rear seats 3 seats, and it's all upholstered and sea decked and all that stuff. And we pull up to the dock, and he has me drive, and we get out, and the girls get out, and our wives and his daughter, and everybody gets out and closes it down, and we leave the air conditioning on while we're at Tap and Grill. So then we're there at Tap and Grill, and he had us a little cabana sitting there, and the guy was really, it was Friday, and the World Cup game was going on, and so US is beating Australia, and they got all this, like updates, and they're like doing like promotional kick the ball around. And the guy that's like standing there doing all the DJ and running the mic is like, can't believe that I'm saying this, but would the owner of Suck These Nuts please come to the whatever you call it, the stand, or and obviously we start laughing our ass off, because it doesn't say it like on the back of the boat, or so the dock girls had to see it when they were tying us up, and then remember it, and then go, oh shit, that boat just got hit. So
wow.
Yeah, so we went down there, and it was a group of ladies in a Cobalt, and they were all, they were crying, and like, can you believe the boat that we hit is like one of the most beautiful boats here, and I was like, well,
paint job.
And it's not wrapped, it's not, crazy blues and pearls and all this, and like one girl's crying, like, obviously she felt like it ruined her day, but Jeremy's like, man, shit happens, he's got a southern accent from Oklahoma. He's like, it'll be all right, just don't hit it again next time you try to leave, because they pulled back at the spot, and then the gas dock, or the girl that was like, she goes, I had them pushed out and I had them rotated, and then here she came back, and Jeremy goes, well, you know what the trick is, and that girls are looking at it in the cobalt. He goes, never go faster than what you want to hit something at, and they're like, look at him. It's like at that point they don't know how to take him. But I mean, talk about a class act. He's like, it'll be all right, we'll figure it out and go on your way and kind of thing.
It was such a cool gesture, so much so that Performance gave him an award at the ceremony that night.
Yeah. I mean, you could have wrecked them poor girls' world. Like, give me your insurance, And I don't know, a scratch on, I don't know what a scratch is on that paint job's probably $7,500,000, So
yeah,
I mean, obviously the girls didn't want to do it, and he was just like, shit happens, and so
really good.
I don't remember what award that he got because it was getting pretty late for me, but it was we were all up at high tide.
Was it the Spirit Award? I think the Spirit Award or something like that.
You'll have to recall for me.
Yeah, I've got it on video. But kudos to him and all of his awesome friends and family, and doing what you would like to be done to. Kind of thing. Treat others like you would like to be treated, kind of thing. Absolutely.
And that's the way he is, and it was awesome. But for the guy to say what he said was, we were crying. But we were like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, this is not good that they're calling us down to the boat, though, Right. And then it was like, and then we went by a guy that I know from tech school and working on boats, Jonathan Gill, was down there, and he was in charge of I don't know if it's a 45 or a 50 Nortec with 500s on it, or 5 450s, and beautiful paint job. And next thing you know, he's walking by. He goes, well, somebody just got me, so another pontoon, or I don't know if it was a pontoon or what it was, but something else that was sharp hit another boat.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So it wasn't a good
taps
day.
And grills.
Yeah. It wasn't a good day to be a fancy paint job at Tap and Grill on Friday afternoon.
And then Jeremy actually had you running his boat for a bit there on that day.
Yeah. So, so he actually, what did we do on that day? He picked me up. No. So I was
convinced you to go on the boat with him. Yeah.
He had already went to, the cave, and he's like, he had hit me up earlier in the day. He goes, what are you doing this afternoon? I'm like, working. And he's like, well, I'm going to pick you up on my way back by from the cave, and you're going to go to Tap with us. And I was like, well, if there's one customer, that can, or there's probably like 5 or 10 customers that could probably do it. And he's one of them that could say, hey, Myrick, you're going with me, and blah, blah, blah. And, that's how it worked out. He picked me up like 1:30, 2 o'clock. And then we went up there, did what we did. And then we were coming back. And Friday was pretty rough between the toll bridge and, Performance Boat Center Cove. It's nasty. And we were having a good time. And there's actually a video I can guarantee this is what Ray's wanting to segue into is, so you see the girls in the back, and they don't have their seatbelts on. And so your automatic responses when you're in a canopy boat and you don't have your seatbelt on is just like grab everything you can to hold yourself in position. So Jeremy's filming the girls in the back, and they're all screaming and yelling, having a good time. And Jeremy's doing it. And I was like, well, I'm not having as much fun as everybody else. So I take my hands off the steering wheel and the throttles, and I'm like, doing. So I'm sure this is where Ray goes, Myrick, send me that video, and cuts it in. And then, then Myrick can be a dumbass and get lit up by everybody on social media and stuff like that. But it's true story. And, you know, it was open water and nobody was around and the waters weren't
Very
as rough as
safe,
it
yeah.
looks. It was very safe. Going 110 miles an hour out of control. No, no,
Well,
but it was just a funny moment where, yeah, it was classic.
It was literally the first thing that you brought up to me when I got to
Oh,
high tide that night.
you know what it is because you love seeing me do dumb shit. That's what it is. And that's what everybody wants to
Yeah.
see. That's why everybody's like, hey, Myrick, you should have couple more beers before you do the next podcast. I'm like, so nobody wants to just see me as Myrick, the, you know, father, dad, you know, no, they want to see, woo.
Like, talk about that cutout behind you.
Oh, yeah. You already showed the world that. So this is Lindsay Miller with, I guess she must have had the credit card out and was getting, it's pretty good.
That photo was shot, I believe, in, was it St. Pete or New Orleans by Ryan Walker, our offshore photographer.
Ryan definitely shot the picture because I've got a cool, like, what I think it's an aluminum print where they printed on of the same picture, but the boat's actually in the background.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so I'm standing on the deck of the boat in real life. Like, I think we got the win or something. I think it might be New Orleans.
I think so, yeah.
And, you know, but when they put it on cardboard and make it almost life size, because I'm actually taller than it, I'm like, how in the hell can you make a life size poster of me that's not even as tall as me? Because I don't have many inches to give up. So anyway, yeah. So, and then, and Ray saw me at the, I don't know if any of you that follow us that saw the Speedboat magazine post was totally ad lib. And then there was like these little heads that had like a popsicle stick on it that I think they're fans, but then I was like, Ray, I got this for you because you're my #1 fan. You know? Just being a dumbass like normal. And yeah, so that was that.
Well, the thing of it was, you first got by that cutout behind you, and you said, "Watch out, there's two of me now."
Yeah,
and so I was getting ready to post
I had
that.
To assemble it myself. So there wasn't any instructions. Good thing I'm so smart because I assembled this. And Missy did one of my arms, and there's a big old gap in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you did the fan one, so then I had to stop that and then put those two videos together. And then I was getting ready to post that one, and then you're like,
I was trying to get
your own hype man.
So the Shootout Offshore gave me an Escalade, and I'm like, well, it was kind of windy, you know. So then I have this thing assembled, which it wasn't a nice little small box, but now I put it together. I'm like, what am I going to do with this thing? So then I'm trying to figure out how to get this thing into the Escalade, and then Ray's got his camera out again like normal. So then I'm like, this is what it's like to be your own hype man right here. Watch out, there's two of me out there. Ray says, I got this for you since you're my #1 fan. That's when you gotta be your own hype man. Yeah, so anyway, funny video. It probably got like 3 views. It's so funny. But anyway, there's been a lot of people come up to me. They go, that video of you with that cardboard cutout's pretty funny. I'm like, at least somebody saw it.
I love it. But that was the IHRA Shootout Offshore in Lake of the Ozarks, your backyard, and you had one heck of a race between you and Tyler the whole weekend. Talk about that.
Yeah, so basically 2 new boats brought into the mix. I don't even know what they're calling the new one. 418, 400, 399, but the one, the skater that has the way they measured it at was like 39 foot 8 inches running surface. So the limit in class Pro Class 1 is 39 foot 4 inches. So your thumb's about an inch. So it's about that much too long. So that was the goal. Build a short little boat that can accelerate and run very similar to the way that we felt World Championship Supercats run. And it ran that well. So
mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished on calm water. I can't tell you what it'll do in rough. Optimistic on that, really hoping for the best. But yeah, so the whole deal was qualifying. They had to fit a bunch in. The rain came in early on that morning. They had a lot of skis running and I think they call them jet boats. I'm still screwing this up. PWCs were running.
PWCs, yeah.
And, and then we had qualifying of, all those boats. We had Super Cat, we had Super Stock, Factory 500, Pro Class 1. So there's a lot of boats to qualify. We went out and qualified. They did it in the order of your number. So Dirty Money went first, followed by WHM, then us, and then I think it was number 7 was Discreet. And then Out of Pocket.
Out of Pocket.
So yeah, so all those, and we ended up getting the pole, I don't know, by 4 or 5 seconds. But anyway, it was, and it was one of those things, Tyler's being the wild man like he always is. And I'm like, easy, easy, easy. He's like, I got it. And I was like, this is our first turn. How do you know if we got it? It's like, it's the first time we've turned on a buoy because we didn't even get testing, and he's like, okay, buddy, I got it though. And I'm like, okay. So we go around and we do our thing. And we actually got into, it's not common to have lap traffic in qualifying, but since they were fitting us so many in, Discreet had kind of Reese went right to this buoy, and I knew he had missed it. And anyway, it didn't hurt us. It hurt us on our second lap because we had to go around them on the outside because I didn't know if they knew we were there. But we got pole, and then the rest is history. Very unfortunate about the crash with Dirty Money and Out of Pocket coming together, and then the blow over into the wind.
Yeah.
I had actually thought it was going into turn 1, but it was actually leaving turn 1, going into the right-hander when we were going towards the dam into the wind. And obviously everybody's seen that thing. It's a mile high, and thank God everybody's okay.
Right. Yeah.
Our perspective was, focused on what we're doing. And then Tyler actually goes, where are the safety boats going? And I was like, yeah, where are the safety boats going? Because they're on plane going that way, to the west end of the course. And almost instantly after I see that safety boat go that way, red flag. And then, then we all come off plane and go to the inside and wait to the aftermath. And, obviously there wasn't a restart because of the severity of the crash, and that the permit for the races was still 5 o'clock. And this happened at 4:56 or something like that. So
it was definitely end of the day.
Yeah, it was definitely end of the day. We could do 2 races the next day and not have to, insult to injury, all that other crap that's going on. And to be honest, when I was over there at the crane, when we were coming in, Out of Pocket didn't know if they had damage or not. So they were, and they didn't, to where I don't think the boats actually touched, or maybe they touched. I mean, I shouldn't say that because
listening to Britt and Billy Moore talk, that apparently they came together 3 different times, and then a little bit later when they're separated, that's the video, the head-on shot where one went over and the other. But yeah, they said they touched 3 times.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate.
that's reminiscent of the blowover in Key West when it was Team Alan Lawn Care and LPC, when they got too close together and they both went up.
And
then Meade Family Racing and
Jackhammer.
Jackhammer.
And X Insurance North and who was it? Was it DF Young? I think it was. That came together at the end when Randy Kent and
that's right.
Yeah, and another one.
So people talk about that. What is it?
Here's my catamarans, 2 coming at you,
Mm-hmm.
and you gotta. I'm trying to do this as the tunnel, you know. So the air's coming down the tunnel. This is the back. There's nowhere for it to go.
Mm-hmm.
2 boats come together, so that air is evacuating under the sponsons here. I'll use my phone. It's coming out, and it's vortexing out the side. The boats come together. Now it multiplied. I don't know what the math is, but it's enough to where the boat does this, because now that air that's coming out this side and this side cannot escape. And so the only thing for the boat to do is go up. Dirty Money has a tunnel tab. Out of Pocket doesn't, so could have had something to do with it. Trim angle could have had something to do with it. Hitting the down button quicker could have had something to do with it. Lifting, slamming, I don't know what they did, and I'm not speculating. I think, it was an unfortunate accident, and I'm not blaming anybody, but it happened, and the wind played a factor, because the wind was into the nose right then. And then it's crazy. The following day, it was totally opposite direction. So,
wow.
Yeah. And I mean, weather, but it, you could feel it in the boats. I could feel it in the factory 500 boat way more than in the Pro Class 1. But with those rudder boats having outboard rotation is known predominantly for giving quick bow lift and good acceleration. That's one of the things you can see in the starts of those videos. You see those boats jump out on Tyler and I, and because they're inboard rotation, so the props are both turning inboard like this when we're outboard rotation. And what that does, in our opinion, people could argue and say I'm wrong, whatever, but this is what I'm going to go to the grave saying, is it gives you transom lift and makes you faster on the top end. But it does kill some acceleration in that 70 to 130 miles an hour. Then after the 130, the good acceleration comes in on the outboard rotation. And then you'll see us, start to motor them after they've probably pulled out 2 or 3 boats on us.
Yeah.
So in a short course, is the inboard rotation better? Could be. It all depends on the course. It depends on the conditions. It depends on everything. So,
yeah. And despite how bad the Dirty Money boat looked,
they're
designed to be to peel away like that. The top deck.
Well,
is what
you could. I mean, if that happens, you could say that.
Well, the whole top deck was literally peeled back in one piece.
But that was also the boat that Billy Moore was in when he jumped Bob Bull and Randy Sissom in Key West.
Right.
And that boat had received significant damage, in that accident.
Right.
And had even had a new deck put on it. So what you saw come off was basically the second deck that's ever been on the boat. Maybe third. I don't know if there's any accidents before that. But it came off, and they lifted it up with the crane and sat it back on the deck.
Yeah, right.
And at that point, I mean, the boat was going to be demolished no matter what. So it doesn't matter if the deck came off or didn't come off, because it went in backwards. They told me in the award ceremony, Britt did, and maybe Bill, it was some ungodly amount of G-force. I think they said 70 some, or I don't know when it came to stop. So good thing you're going backwards at that point, because your seat supports your head and everything. So if you're going to hit something, it's better to hit it backwards than forward, because then you don't stretch your neck and everything out. So
and that cockpit did its job.
yeah, the cockpit did its job. You could see the all of the safety sides in it that make the cockpit stronger. So did the boat fail? Yeah, but did it? Not really. Did what it was supposed to do. Kept them guys alive. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but really unfortunate. I feel bad for them guys, and not only, you know, the pocketbook, but just being in the hunt, you know, for a championship run and then have a problem like that. So
yeah.
Anyway,
but then on the bright side of things, they raced the next day in the Supercat and won.
Yeah.
So
which I'd have been shitting my pants if I was those guys, because you get mental. I've done it. You get mental. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact that they were on the pole, I think they were on the pole for Supercat. I think they did. I think that was them, and then CR, and then
right by 1 second, I believe.
Yeah, CJ Grant. I think they were all right there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, literally, yeah, they put on a performance. CR did too. I mean, I watched that race from start to finish, and you know, I thought that that both boats were, you know, on top of their game. I don't know what the speeds they were seeing, probably high 130s, 140. Yeah. And yeah, CJ Grant had a spin out in qualifying and broke the skegs off and didn't hurt the engines, which I've done it a couple times, and hydraulic the engines, one with Johnny and one with Tyler. And I think I did it once in Key West with Alvin Heathman, but yeah, so spun them out. And then my luck is we go in hard enough backwards that it hydraulics the motors because the water goes up the tailpipes, or then in the carburetor because of the extreme depth that the boat goes in backwards. But
yeah.
So yeah, there was a lot of carnage.
Surprising, right? I mean, lake race especially coming off of Cocoa Beach, where as rough as the conditions were there, you expected the carnage, and there was a lot. But coming into lake race, you'd expect calmer conditions, but there was almost as many boat catastrophes as Cocoa Beach.
Yeah, just you're going faster. That's literally, you go, why? Wind, and you're going faster.
Yeah.
So I feel that the factory 500 boat what's the acronym? HBS, HRS, or
HBS, yeah.
HBS. They were coming through that left-hander, which it was the hairiest part of the course, being in the 500 boat. So I know what it feels like, and got to have the tunnel tab up. Got to be, I don't know, I'd say careful, but you're out of control, you know. So you're going through there trying to be as careful as you can. And what they did, we didn't have to deal with the wakes because we're fortunate in first place. But, you know, all those other boats, when they come through there and you're catching the wakes, and then in their example, the tunnel tab was down. So the tunnel tabs gives them lift. And then it sets down on one side or the other. So that it sets down. If it sets down hard on one side, it does that. And literally people like, because even my neighbor, Corey Hobshite, the other night goes, did they lose a motor? Did they, you know, break a gear case? Did they lose a prop? I'm like, nope, that's just what you call the dreaded hook. And that usually happens in a straightaway like that when the tunnel tab's down. I remember seeing it in St. Clair, Michigan years ago, probably 2006 or 7 with a boat called Learning the Ropes. It was a 525, what do they call that? Supercat light boat. And, yeah, it's crazy to see that, but yeah, but fortunate to get the win there too. It's kind of by default. We had mechanical issues on our starboard engine, like with 3 laps to go. I think it was a 9-lap race, and well, what Adrian call him? MFer. So Mead Family Racing. So he's like, MFers on your inside. Like, never heard that before, but that's pretty funny.
Well, there's 2 MFers though out there. If you're going to call Mead MFer, then you got Say Less MF.
Oh yeah, so we got Say Less MF, and they both MFers got around us. But yeah, Say Less got under us in the last lap, and Johnny and Caleb got under us right before that. After the race, which I knew about Meade's infraction at the time of it happening, because they scoring came on and said, boat number, I think it's 5 on their boat. Boat number 5 just hit a buoy and the dam turn. Imagine that, in the dam turn, but came down and deflated it. So rule is, if you deflate a buoy, it's just like missing it. So it's a 1 minute penalty, I think, or 1 lap. Anyway, you're done. Yeah, you're done. You're done.
Right.
And then come to find out on the start, Chad and Rusty had been pushed out of the 2 yellow buoys, which are also perimeter buoys, that we were told in the driver's meeting, if you go outside of them, you're DQ'd or penalized, one or the other. And they did, and
missed that buoy.
Missed 2 of them. So
oh wow.
Yeah, so we're basically, I kind of thought we'd get second, because I knew Meade family had did it, but I didn't know who was going to get third. And then we're at the award ceremony, and they say that third place. They said third place, and it was Lake Wiley, and then they said second place, and it was Jackhammer. I think that was the way it was. And then us, and I was like, man, I didn't know about Rusty and Chad's infraction. So anyway.
Yeah, you guys were all surprised by that.
Yeah.
Walking up, yeah.
I thought we were getting third.
Let's hear it for your factory stock racers.
Yeah, I mean, it would, it's one thing to think you move up 1 spot, but to move up 2. Only thing I gotta say is we were fast on them first 7 laps, and I think we actually had gotten our lead up to like 19 or 20 seconds. And so we were happy with the way that new boat ran too. So shout out to Adrian and Colin and Connor for rigging the boat, and Scott back at MTI, all and Randy for building a heck of a product. Basically everybody who was involved, to get the 500 boat out there, and we got its first win. Not that it really matters for points or anything like that, but to go to your hometown race and get a win's always a cool feeling. So
3 out of 3 can't be better
3
than that.
out of 3. Yeah, if you told me that at the beginning of the weekend, I'd say you're crazy.
Right.
So.
And for those that don't know, the Factory 500 boat has hurt on the side of it. Talk about that.
So it's an app that Tyler Miller's cousin, Brett Miller, has been working on, and it's becoming very successful. So it's an app that you can go to on your phone. It's called the Hurt app. You just basically go on to any of your platforms on your phone and go to your apps and type in Hurt, and it pops up. You fill out your information, and then you're able to talk to, I think it's either a doctor or nurse practitioner or anything like that to, try to expedite anything health related. Obviously, if it's an emergency, it always says, go to the ER, don't, have your arm hanging off, and call the doctor and say, what
like the cardboard guy in the back.
Yeah, my cardboard guy with his arm hanging off, say, what are we going to do about this? It's not like that. If it's an emergency, go to the emergency room. But if it's, a bug bite, or when you've been sick for a couple of days, things like that, you can get consultation and pay a fee, and that's it.
So it's better than doing your own research on WebMD or anything like that. You actually have somebody, a trained professional, that can walk you through
talking to you and asking the right questions and things like that. Yeah, you go on Google and start looking at stuff. I mean, you'll freak yourself out. Yeah. Talk about, if you're not a hypochondriac, you will be by the end of your Google search.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's very cool. So Congratulations.
Yeah, it was a shout out, and he was actually able to be there, and he got in the boat on that. I think it was a qualifying day. I didn't see him on Sunday, but yeah, Brett, and he has raced. Brett has raced, and when Tyler first started racing, Brett was in the boat. So in the MCOM boat. So yeah,
original MCOM team. Yeah,
original MCOM team. I mean, it's cool to see now that through their hard work and success that they've came together, and now his app is on the side of the boat with Monster Energy, and man, talk about full circle kind of stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah, so good weekend. I want to give a shout out to all the other teams that did good. I think it was in stock class, the pink boat, Hamilton.
Enough said. Yeah, Hamilton Princess. Enough said.
Yeah, Hamilton Princess
with Nick and Prescia.
Yeah, Nick and Prescia.
Lewis Martins.
Yeah,
they've been on fire.
Yeah, that was a good one, and I think I think the lead is still with Team Bermuda.
GL Construction.
Yeah,
GL Construction. Yeah.
GL, yeah. I'm glad you're here to get all the names right. It's just acronyms. I'm like, I don't know, CRGB, BPR, it's...
Well, see, that's my job, is to cover you guys, and then your job is just to race and potentially win. So
try.
Yeah, right.
So, but shout out to them, and Chad and Rusty were doing good in that, and they had a fuel injector fault.
Is that what happened?
Fuel injector fault, and we hadn't looked at it. I don't know whether it came unplugged or a fuel injector actually failed. We actually had 2 sets of injectors that had to be put in the engines because they wouldn't even run when we first got them. So Mercury's actually has an issue with 400s have been doing that, and now this is a set of 300s, which is the same fuel injector as the 400. So,
oh wow,
they say it's some silicone based material that gets caught in the injectors, and I mean, first startup, immediately. So
you can hear it.
Oh, it was like you're like, I'll get a set of injectors, and you put a new set of injectors in. You're like, wow, that's crazy. So anyway, so
next stop for you guys, Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Yeah, Mercury.
What's the plan?
Mercury's
Mercury Racing's backyard.
Try to do as good as we did here. Yeah, right. I don't know. We had talked about how we're going to test the boat and figure out balance and all that stuff. And, perfect world, we're like, yeah, we're going to go out here on the lake and on a Saturday afternoon, but you can't learn shit out here because it's either a 50-footer or a 40-footer or a 55-footer. You're like, you learn a little bit, but it's not like Great Lakes water to where it's a 5 or 6 foot wave that you're heading into them, evenly, like, okay, this next mile is going to be torture because it's rough. And we had actually talked about maybe going up to Sheboygan and testing a little bit, but
oh wow,
that's always a pipe dream. You talk about it, you're like, yeah, no problem. We're going to go up there and we'll do a little test. And then it's like 2 weeks before the event, you're like, is the boat ready? You're like, no, we've been working on everybody else's kind of thing. So
right.
Yeah. So anyway, Sheboygan, Wisconsin, which, excited to go up into Mercury land. And there's a lot of good fans up there too. So looking forward to that. And, we'll see. I'm excited to see, how the boat does in the bumpy water.
Yeah.
What
do you anticipate?
I don't know. Shallower tunnel, smaller sponsons. So in the world of boat building, it shouldn't do as good
as your
because So when you widen a sponson, it keeps you up on top, and when you raise a tunnel, it makes it to where the tunnel doesn't bottom out and take that big flat shot.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I can just do this, and the water will be calm.
Yeah. If history serves, then
yeah.
Well, last year was almost a scrap because of all the heavy fog.
Yeah. That's wild. It was like 80 degrees to 50 degrees like that. And then the water temperature of their lake was like, I forget what it was, like 70 degrees on the shore, and then like literally overnight it was like 49 or 50 degrees. Like
Right.
however the water turns over, whatever it does there, did it. And it's like, wow, that's nuts.
And the fog came in and just socked everything in forever.
And
And we were out
literally
there.
sat, like 5 foot off the water. You could like get on a ladder and be like, well, it's clear. And then you got out of the water and it's like, well, it's not clear, you know?
Well, I was there with Tommy and Carter, and they walked out to the end of the jetty just to see if the visibility was better out there. And I stayed at around midpoint of the jetty, and I saw them barely coming through the fog. And so I started recording them walking through, and then I put the Halloween theme behind it because it's just emerging from the fog.
I thought it'd be
Like a
some
horror-
romantic song.
I should redo it with a
Yeah.
romantic song.
All by myself. Something like that.
Dude, I had no idea you had such a good voice.
Oh yeah, I'm badass. No. It's just this microphone really makes you sound good. I got auto tune on.
So, good weekend for you guys at PBC.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been 2 good weekends. I mean, Father's Day, hanging out with the kids, did a little surfing. First time this year to do surfing. So, yeah. The baseball's starting to come to an end. Jackson hit his first homer over the fence in
Yeah,
Omaha,
nice.
Nebraska. So that was big. Cam's about done. So we're down to our last week of baseball, which is pretty awesome. Hey, you got that home run baseball you want to show off to the camera? Uh-oh. All right, here. Let's see it. Come bring it around here. Bring it around here.
You see that?
Yeah.
black mark?
That black mark, what's that from? Where the bat hit it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Talking
That's where you
about
crushed it.
That's where it hit it.
how many feet did it go?
220. Yes.
Oh, 220.
Nice.
Big shot.
Congratulations.
Yeah, look at him here. Come on here. Come in the scene. Just got home from practice. Got his glove on still.
Nice.
Kid lives for baseball. And so does this one. Where's you got your glove? He's got his Savannah Bananas glove on.
Very cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. They love baseball, that's for sure.
Yeah. America's pastime, so they're just
Yeah, how's
living
your
it.
Dodgers doing? They doing good? I saw that Ohtani got like 5 kajillion votes for, all-star outfield or
Of
whatever.
course. Who else? Yeah, I don't know what the record is right now.
Come on, let's pull this up. I hope they're in last.
They're not in last. How's your St. Louis doing?
Second behind, ahead of the Cubs. That's all that fucking matters.
Right.
Yeah, now that I do this, it'll be a downhill slide.
Mm-hmm.
It's 0-0 against the Diamondbacks right now in standings. Oh, you're in first. My bad. Sorry for talking shit. You've won 50 games.
To 20
Yeah.
and lost 29.
29. Yeah, you're only 9 games ahead of the next team. Jeez. Cheaters.
Come out. I'll take you to a game
I'd love to go.
and buy you a hot dog.
Yeah. Vinny'd take a picture. Vinny had all kinds of pictures of me eating the other day. It's like every time I go to eat, here's this little fucker with his camera over there. Like, yeah, it's terrible. I don't know. He gets off on that shit.
Well, I love it too because he shares it with me. So it's all
yeah.
fun.
So
It's
there
all
we
great
go.
fun.
Segue into another freaking video. Yeah. Yeah. We got
Come on,
segue
Myrick, I'm
after
not-
segue,
I'm
baby.
not just all about segues.
Yeah, that was another one. Yeah, but it's been good. Good couple weeks.
Yeah.
So what's coming up? We got one weekend, then 4th of July. So yeah, it's
What are your
good.
plans for the 4th of
It's-
July?
Hang out with my mama. She's a 4th of July baby.
Oh, nice.
So it's her birthday.
That sounds
Yep,
very
and then
nice.
my dad's July 9th right behind it. And so I think she's born in 52. So she's going to be 74 and dad's going to be 75. Is that right? 51 is 20. Yeah. Yep. 74
Very
and
cool.
75. So got to spend as many of those birthdays together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then, Lake of the Ozarks doesn't suck. I mean, anytime that they tell me that, hey, you've got a month off from racing and it's July, you're like,
Yeah,
I think it was that way last year. I think we got all July.
right.
And when it used to be for years, Sarasota was 4th of July week.
Right.
Forever. And I'd be like, I go to fucking Sarasota, when everybody, from Sarasota is like, why don't you want to be here? I was like, you ever been to Lake of the Ozarks or Michigan or anywhere else on 4th of July? It's pretty
Right.
badass too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Sarasota,
America.
I remember. Yeah, that's like back when you were still racing double duty, and I think you had to jump out of the Super Cat and right into the Pro Class 1 or vice versa. And
and I think it was triple duty.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Still doing super stock at that time.
Yeah, super stock also.
Yeah. And then barely gave you enough time for a bathroom break, right?
Yeah, don't even segue into another one. God. You're a dick. It's pretty funny, but I'll share with everybody. So coming in from testing or qualifying or race, I think it might be the race. I think it was a race. Yeah. And so there's like all these boats around because there's sandbar coming in the Sarasota Pass. And I'm like, man, I got to pee so bad. And, there's all these boats around. Obviously, you're not going to jump in the water. But then I got thinking, and I think this might be the only time, maybe one other time, to where you can open the escape hatch and take a leak. So I'm sitting there, like, hop down in the cockpit and open the escape hatch. And, like, obviously nobody's going to see you, right? You're in this little tiny cockpit down on a hole and you're peeing. And then next thing I know, I hear bleep, 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 which is a GoPro sound, like when it's shutting off. And I look up and I'm like, oh, God. Freaking Tyler's dying out there. I go, did you hear that? He's like, and it wasn't a happy moment. We just threw a prop blade, ran out of gas, it was, and it took like a shitty moment where we're getting towed in by this poor guy and his son to, haha, Myrick's got a video of him now pissing out the escape hatch, and Ray's going to show you that right now. Go.
Dribble in the pool is one time, bro. I ain't gonna dribble. GoPro. The GoPros are on. Look at my little dick.
Yeah, obviously it's got the little, maybe like 2 little pixels. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah,
I'll live up to it. I mean, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at, right?
Oh man, I love it. But speaking of, and thank you for all the people that watch the podcast, because being in a lot of the last couple of weeks, got so many compliments on the podcast, and I don't know about you, but overwhelmingly, people tell me that their favorite episode is when you smell dog shit down by your feet.
Yeah. Yeah, when I'm standing around. Yeah.
And now I smell dog shit.
You know what? Everybody, not everybody, because some people don't have dogs, but you're like, it's that smell. You're just like, what in the hell? You know, and then obviously you're dying laughing. And that's when you'll start to see it ticking off the miles per hour more. Hey, can you keep it down? Thanks. Yeah. So anyway,
I think you just played good cop, bad cop to yourself.
It's a bad madhouse. It's a madhouse anyway. Yeah, I know. His forks banging on the table. And he's asking me questions, and I'm just like, now I'm hearing his Chinese food opening up that he cannot get open, and he's just fighting it for 5 minutes.
Just delete all that.
Yeah. And I smell dog shit.
I'm sure.
No, it's like you.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, wow, cool. That's awesome. Ray's dying laughing.
like 3 piles of shit.
Welcome to our first episode of Fun with the Coils.
Yeah. Fun with the coils, he's calling this.
It's not fun.
We're definitely going to have to edit it. Can I get a beeper or whatever? Which, anyway, I'm not going to tell that story again. Go back and watch the podcast and you guys can see that one.
I'll bring it back right now.
Another segue. We should be sponsored by Segway.
Speaking of sponsors, thank you to Monster Energy for sponsoring the podcast. We got the wheels rolling, and looks like we might be having some Boats and Bros / Monster Energy swag coming soon.
Hell yeah, that's gonna be good.
That's gonna be good. So stay tuned.
All the guys in the shop are like, "Where's my hat?" Because they know I'm sponsored by Monster Energy for the podcast now, and there's so many people that wear our other stuff. Somebody hit somebody up the other day. The one that says bro, broski, broheem, bro, and they were like, that shirt is great. And I don't know who it was. Might have been Preston in the airport or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There go the baseball stars.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, good. I'm excited to get that Monster logo on our Boats and Bros stuff. That'll be exciting.
Me too. Yeah. So stay tuned for that. And I think we have some overflow stuff from our previous sponsor, Harper's Cove, merchandise that are still available. So hit up Missy Coil for those.
Yeah. She'll appreciate that. She definitely won't answer your text or your emails if you were wondering. Go to her OnlyFans page. It's awesome. Lying. Just joking.
Is that in the boom boom room?
Yeah, the boom boom room. Yeah. So, shout out to Kicker for being on our last podcast, Monster Energy Performance Boat Center for, giving us a place to work and take videos, all these cool boats, Mercury Racing for all the help they do. Everybody. I want to thank everybody.
Sure.
My kid said that one time when we were doing something, and you go, who do you want to thank? And he goes, everybody. I want to thank everybody. And I'm like, man, that's a good way of saying it. I want to thank everybody too. So
for sure. Me too. On that note, thanks to Mercury Racing, like as you said, they have taken an active role helping the IHRA produce the Midwest Challenge in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. So it'll be a good show. So look forward to that.
And that area to watch the race is awesome. There's a beach on one side. There's a nice VIP area. Then there's this point that sticks out that has all these cool vendors and things that are there.
Yeah.
And cool setup for sure.
For sure. So stay tuned for that. There'll be a live stream courtesy of the IHRA. I believe on Speed Sport 1 and IHRA.tv. So tune in there.
Is there going to be F1 boats at that one?
No.
Okay.
Just found out that they're not going to be there. They were originally supposed to be, but
So I
Not gonna
remember
happen
them
this year.
doing it inside the breakwater that one year.
The very first year, that was very
Mhm.
cool.
Mhm.
And but unfortunately, we're not going to have them this year. But
Well, now you know.
offshore and PWCs.
Which it was wild watching the PWCs. The endurance races with the big boats is
Yeah,
wild because the waves that beat
on the
in
big
there.
course.
Yeah, on the big course, it's
Mhm.
it's awesome to see him go Le Mans start off the bank and then take off out of that crap.
Yeah.
So
Insane.
pretty neat.
So,
Yeah, it is
yeah.
neat.
well, good catching up with you, bro.
You too.
And we'll see you on the next one. Please remember to like, follow, share, and subscribe. This has been another episode of the Boats and Bros podcast with me and my bro, Myrick Coil. Thanks for watching.
This podcast is powered by Speedboat Magazine. Subscribe now at speedboat.com for 9 power-packed current issues a year direct to your mailbox.